Morning, guys. Not sure how to follow that. This bar has been set incredibly high, so I'll try and be brief. I'm going to talk for hopefully about 10 minutes, not keep you too long, but I am here for the whole weekend, so this is the tip of the iceberg. If anyone sees me, as we were saying before, if you're in the coffee queue next to me, say hello, have a chat. My most important job this weekend is I'm doing the table plan. So in terms of where you sit tonight, you'll have to grab me by, what time is it, 2 o'clock? 2:15? So you need to make sure you come and see me about that. Okay, back to prosthetics. So the question I've asked is prosthetics the right thing for me? That's a question that I get presented with as a clinician for the past 23, 25 years. I work for a company, we work with the NHS. We have about 40-odd clinics across the UK and Ireland. And we work predominantly with legs. The reason for that is because with legs, we even call it the gait cycle. They do the same thing over and over again. I just keep going forwards and backwards, and we can design things that do the same thing over and over again. That's quite straightforward. And if we freeze frame what you guys are doing right now in the room, your legs are not doing a great deal. They're just kind of sat there. However, we've got someone using the phone here, quite dexterous. I'm holding this, I'm gesturing, we're communicating with our arms. James is doing all sorts of clever things with his arms over there. Our arms and our hands do lots of different things all the time, and it's really challenging for us to replicate that with some kind of artificial technology, but lots of us try. When I think about prosthetics, I think about all sorts of things. And maybe you've seen some of these things. There's multi-articulating hands, and there's a couple of examples at the back of the room, the guys from Metacarpal there. But we also see this sort of thing, split hooks. This is the most common thing that we'd see from a functional perspective in prosthetics. We also see cute little things like this, little arms that people try out, and different colors to try and sort of engage. This is a great picture, patient from when they were very little, and trying to see something at a very early age. And for some people, that's the right thing. Super cute. Hopefully, prosthetics can be something to try and it's positive, but not always, and that's fine. We've just heard that people try prosthetics and it just doesn't work out, and that's absolutely fine. And me as a prosthetist, I hate to think that people come to us and feel like they're obliged to try it. We work in Britain, and we're all very British, and people come along and say, oh, we'll give it a go. And even if they don't like it, it's a bit like if I have my steak tonight and it's awful, chewy, horrible, someone will come up to me and the staff and they'll say, how's your steak? And I'll say, oh, it's lovely, thank you very much. Because I'm British, and we don't like to offend. So prosthetics is just something to try from my perspective. But it's a kind of dizzying world to get into. Prosthetics is this niche area, and I kind of quite like quirky things. That's one of the reasons I got into doing what I do. But I'm still learning. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I'm still learning about what is possible, what we can do, and what people can achieve. So in terms of learning, I just wanted to show you this.
Can you fly that thing?
Not yet.
Operator.
Tank, I need a pilot program for a B-212 helicopter. Hurry. Let's go.
Simple, isn't it? If only life was so easy, where Trinity in the Matrix, she's on top of a building, and she has a problem. She's kind of going, I don't know what to do here. She sees something, she kind of goes, I need to get off this building. So she has a clear goal as to what she wants to do, but she's got a real big gap in her knowledge. She doesn't know how to do it. So Neo looks at her and sort of says, what are we going to do? And she in the Matrix, dials up, and that video's 36 seconds long. And a few seconds later, she's downloaded all the information, she knows exactly what to do. That's great, but that's science fiction, unfortunately. Life is not that simple. In terms of the main point of showing that is, sometimes we're not entirely sure what our goals are. We're not sure what we want to do. And a goal can be quite complex. And I try and break that down when I'm seeing someone to put myself in their shoes. So, what is it you want to achieve? What do you want to do here? Can I help? A lot of the time, the answer is no. And we figure out a different way of doing things, or they figure it out. So someone might take up CrossFit, and they might try and do some sport and figure out their own way of doing it to achieve a goal. And that's all that matters, is getting there. The route is up to you. And if prosthetics can help, great. If there's another way of doing it and you can figure it out on your own, great, fantastic. So goals can be quite complex. And often when we talk about goals, we've got this guy up on the left, and it's kind of, oh, there's a mountain, and it's quite glorious and quite dramatic that I'm going to get to the top of my mountain. But sometimes the goal can be, I just want to ride my new bike. It can be as simple as that. And hopefully I try and break it down into, and we as a service, where I think we succeed is we identify something where we can help with something and say, yeah, we can help with that, and we put a solution together. But when I'm thinking about solutions and what we can do in prosthetics, what I usually find is we're looking at a balance. Because people are looking at a function. I want this task that I can't quite do. And what I'd ask you to do is look at people around this conference, the kids especially. They just get on with it. When I first came to my REACH conference back in 2002, something like that, a long, long time ago, I was blown away. I thought it was fantastic. That's why I keep coming back, because you'll see the kids. Most aren't wearing prostheses. They're just getting on with it. Packets of crisps. There was a little lad who was helping out with the toast at breakfast this morning. He's balancing his bacon, taking it all onto his plate. Fantastic. That's great to see. Because that's how we learn. We as human beings have a problem. We figure out a way of doing it. In prosthetics, we're there if you just can't quite figure out a way to do it by yourself. That's the way I approach it. So the function is a main part, but cosmesis is a very emotive part as well. Body image is very important, that kind of self-identity. And sometimes people are trying to find that balance of, well, I want to look a bit like that person over there, and not quite happy with the way they are. So sometimes we can help a little bit with that, but a lot of the time people just try and adjust to that. I love the phrase before about loving your arm. That's a real hill to climb as well sometimes. And sometimes we can help. Other times it's about going away and finding the solution to that yourself. But a lot of the time, what we're trying to do is trying to take cosmesis, we're trying to take function, and we're trying to spin that, put it all around, and find some kind of combination of functional cosmesis. And when we do that in prosthetics, occasionally we can get it right. But most of the time, people figure it out by themselves, and that's great. The thing about goals for me as well, though, is they change constantly. When I work with someone who's missing a leg, there's a few people actually female patients have said to me over the years that I'm like their second husband, because they're constantly coming back. They constantly need some attention because they can't be without their leg. With upper limb prosthetics, the reason I put this up is there's times where people will, maybe early years, they'll present and come along and ask some questions, try something out, like the little cute picture, the little baby. They might try something, but figure out it's not for them, off they go. But then when they go to school, maybe, they might come back and say, I'm trying to figure out how to do some stuff at my desk. That's a bit of a problem. And then when they go to work, actually, maybe I want to do some presentations, as someone sort of said, I want to have an arm that goes with my suit. Weddings, sometimes people do that. So there are key events. And it's fine to say, well, my goal was that, but now it's changed. I'll come back and say, well, I wanted to try this functional thing. Can we try the cosmesis? And that's what I try and do, is focus on life-changing events to sort of say, can we help? And if we can't, that's fine. Be blunt and be sort of say to the guy with the steak, when he says it to me, say, actually, no, this isn't for me. And that's fine. So in terms of prosthetics, for me, over the years, I've found there's no set approach. There's no kind of, this is what we do. We talk to you at the individual and ask, what is it you want to achieve? Can we help? But it's also a very individual and instinctive thing. Some people, the idea of wearing an arm that's cosmetic is repulsive. For other people, they can't imagine being without it. No one person is right or wrong. It's a very instinctive decision. But I'll just recycle something from the REACH family, that there's a phrase that sticks with me. It's ability that matters and what people can do. And you'll be inspired this weekend. For all those people that are new to this conference, you'll see so much inspiration up on this stage, around the room, out there. So speak to people, enjoy the weekend, and I hope you come back again. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Alistair.